Welcome to Pathway to Success. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hunter, and I apologize for a late start. I guess we're still in the Thanksgiving mode. And we have this evening our special guest, DJ Ty. He's a CEO and producer. DJ Ty also is as a label known as CSEMI, and
Yes.
he's a celebrity DJ and producer. I'm so excited to have him right here on Pathway to Success. He's also the CEO and founder of City Style Express Music Industry LLC in Fort Lauderdale. He specializes in helping artists, and I like that, who seek to get into the music industry. He continues to strive for even greater success to impact the world with his music. Also, DJ Ty also has been with Cash Money also Records. And so, DJ Ty, great to have you on Pathway to Success. Thank
Yes.
you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Celebrities
Yes.
like you is rare to get we can really get on our program. But this evening we're so honored to have you on. Tell us a
Well, I
little bit
really,
about yourself and how you got started.
I really appreciate y'all for having me on. I want to thank y'all again for bringing me on the show, and it's always a pleasure to talk about where I come from and
Yeah.
where I'm headed, and where I actually came from. I mean, where do we start? Do we start when I was very young with it, or do we start when I became a celebrity with it? I mean,
You can start very young. What motivated you? What really inspired you to step
well, I,
step
I,
one
I
of
tell
this?
you what. When I was very young, I used to watch the DJs in the neighborhood DJ on the corners, and the sound that the wall of speakers were making was fascinating to me. That was like when you take a kid to Disney World
Right.
and the ooh ahs of the lights and things. So the sound, the waves of the music going through my ears and seeing what these boxes can put out and what the DJs are doing on the microphone, that was something that I wanted to be a part of. So I began my journey. I used to take my mom and dad's stereo apart, and I would set it up. I mean, I was born in the '70s, so back then you had the headboard that was a little wide, so you can use it for like a countertop too. So I would take that and I would slide it to the room window, and I would put a turntable on one side, and I would go and find me a shoebox or something, and put it on the other side, pretend it was a turntable, and I would pretend to DJ. So that's where it all started. It started here first in the heart. And as I
Wow.
got older, in my teens, I took it to another level and I started DJing on doing block parties and DJing on the corner. And I started getting into it, a lot more than I was when I was real young. And I mean, that's really where it started at.
And any particular DJ when you were young that inspired you, that you really liked their style, how they did their stuff? Any particular DJ that inspired you at the time?
Yeah, actually, yes, actually it was. It was a lot of the local DJs before I even paid attention to the celebrity DJs, because back then, we had videos on television. So you got to see the Grandmaster Flash, you got to
Wow.
see the Run DMCs, mixing and scratching, Jazzy Jeff that was with Will and Jazzy Jeff. So, before these guys, I paid attention to the actual DJs in the neighborhood, and that was fascinating to me. So I said right then, that's what I want to do. I want to be a DJ,
And
and no matter what, I always came back to that. I was always drawn to that. You know,
have you ever done any? Did you do it? Because you sound like somebody who's naturally gifted. Music was always in your DNA. You love music.
yes.
Did you go to study anything on music? Did you
Actually,
go?
actually, no, I didn't. My mother, which is she's in heaven now. She's been deceased a while. I, she was a singer in the choir, and her nickname in church was the lady with the beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And, you know, music has always been a part of me. If I had my arms out, you could see my tattoos. I dedicated my arms to my mother. You know, her name is on both arms and music notes all around her. So, you know, that was something I took very dear to me when she passed away.
I like that. So your inspiration really was your mother singing on the choir in
Right,
church, and
right.
that made you musically inclined. You start loving the music, and you
Yes,
say, you know what? I want to can just scratch the music, just start playing different music together.
yes,
Um,
yes.
it takes a lot of creativity because I've watched many DJs on television. That is on television, not really on a live in anywhere else. But it takes the creativity. What inspire you? How do you motivate yourself to become such a creative genius to please the people when you go to do
Well,
your shows?
well, you know, to say, um, to sum it up, even from young as a teenage DJ, I've always had friends of mine who would come up and say, "Hey, I know how to rap. Can you help me?" And I would say to them, "Hey, I'm just a local DJ. You know, I'm just somebody that, you know, I'm trying to make it, you know." But at the time, it really wasn't about making it that way. It was more about what I could do at a house party or a block party or, you know, a school dance or something like that. But I kept having friends, and they're bringing their friends, and they're bringing their friends asking me for help. So what I started doing is I started, my mom, she allowed me to have my DJ set in the house, and she was one of those moms. She was like a mother to everybody in the neighborhood. So she allowed us having a lot of friends over. So I would invite friends over, and we would be in the room, and I would be DJing, mixing and scratching, and they would be rapping on the mic, and we would have fun like that. And what actually really put the ideal in me to take it to another level um, was there were two friends of mine, you know, and this story, it always rocks me every time I talk about it, because I feel like I'm still on my journey from then. I was 16, about to turn 17, and two friends of mine, and we actually had another member come in at a later time. We were actually about to get a deal with Sony.
Yeah.
I was I was a DJ, and my friend Elton, about Elton was his name, and my other friend Calvin, and then we brought a friend in by the name of Rob at a later time. Um, we was working with a guy by the name of Dean. Dean had been out with the majors. He had been dealing with Sony. He had been dealing with Epic and Atlantic Records. So he was producing us, and we had a song coming out. This was around the time you had groups like Steps of Sonic out. You had, you know, of course, you had your Run DMC. This was, you know, around the tough, you know, this was like the hard times, you know. So we went over to his house one day after we had put this tape together, because, you know, back then it was tapes.
Right, right.
We put this tape together, a demo, and didn't know that Dean was shopping it around. So I never forget it. We went over to the house one day. He called us over, and, you know, that was when it was house phone. So he called my buddy Elp's phone and said, "Hey, you guys need to come over right away. I have a surprise for you." So when we walk in the house, there were two guys in black suits sitting in there, and they had briefcases. And all of a sudden, they open the briefcases, and they pull out contracts, and they say to us, "You guys are hot. You're going to be the next biggest thing." So right then, I knew I was young, so, you know, I was like, "Hey, I need to call my mom." So my mom, they talked to her over the phone, and my mom gave the consent that I can actually sign. So I actually signed, you know, without her even being there. She still blessed the situation. So I actually signed the contract. Um, And then Elton, he signed his, Rob signed his. But one of our members never made it to sign, and that was the member that they were really strong about his voice, his style. He had that more harsh style, you know, and come to find out, he had gotten himself in some trouble doing something illegal, you know, and that put us all on hold. So we never really was able to launch from that time. So, you know, to fast forward over the years, I would continue to, you know, do my block party and DJing. My cousins and I, my baby brother, but his DJ name is Dirty Dog. You know, his name, we call him Bay. And then you have Spody H was another cousin. You have M-Man, and then you have Wood Crow. You know, those were the City Style Express DJs, the first City Style Express DJs. And then I'm going to tell you about the phase 2 of that in a little bit. But we were doing our thing, and we were starting to get recognized. We were battling DJs in the neighborhood, and it was getting to the level where I was mixing and scratching, and they was trying to set it up for me. And a DJ by the name of Slick Vic, I know you probably heard of him from Jam Pony Express. They was trying to set it up for me and him to meet so we could have a battle. But we never did get that chance to get that battle on, you know. So.
Well, when you first started out, tell us, because you started telling me there was challenges for those who are watching, because there are many young people that are watching this even who want to be as famous and as achieved as much as you have achieved. What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome as a young DJ coming up in the game?
Well, you know, the main challenge to any and everything is the rejection, being rejected, you know, trying to be accepted. When you know your skill, you know your craft, and others want to keep that light on them. They want to keep that shine, but they know that you have something in you. So what I always did is I call it the Barack Obama. Barack Obama went all around the states and gathered all the votes until he really didn't need the main states anymore. So what I did is I always connected with other DJs, and I always befriend everybody, because that is the heart that I have. It's always been working with others and helping others' heart. And I would get in with other DJs, and there was a DJ group by the name of CM. And I gotta give a shout out to Big Tom, Clarence, M-Man, and JJ. Those are Super Blue. Those are the original CM members. I started becoming, they were like the hottest DJs in South Florida, in the Fort Lauderdale area. And they gave me my chance. And when you get a chance, your chance is you could be, we used to call it tote the speakers. So you get to tote the speak, you help them tote the speakers, you get a chance to shine on the mic, you know. And even if it was just to say mic check, you know, because that was the biggest thing, you know, back then, you know, you got the girls all at the dances, and, you know, just to get up there and say mic check, now you can walk around with a big smile and your chest stuck out, you're one of the DJs. So, you know, you got your little fan base right there.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that, you know, that I was very appreciative of, that these guys gave me that shot and that opportunity, even being let down, you know, from the ones that I expected to do it. So that was that part of it.
Well, you have a for you have been one of the things that I like about your story is amazing, because you have been let down a lot. Some people didn't believe in you, but you believed in yourself.
That's right.
Because you recognized that on the inside of you, greatness was on the inside.
That's
and
right.
You have something that made you outstanding than the others, than all the others DJs that were around. And so you kept the course, you continued to persevere, And today you're a winner. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back to DJ Kai from CSEMI label, and we're going to hear some more about his amazing ride to the top.
I'll take you deep. I'll take you deep on the next one.
How's it so far?
There's a new sports bar and grill in town, Tasty's Soul Food Sports Bar and Grill. Join T-Dog and all his celebrity friends for the grand opening on Saturday, May 1st, beginning at 2 p.m. It's a grown and sexy vibe with 80s and 90s R&B music, served with Tasty's great tasting menu, offering Tasty's burgers and fries, Tasty's shrimp, salmon, oxtails, mac and cheese, collard greens, smothered pork chops, potato salad, lemon pound cake, and so much more. And T-Dog is bringing out all his celebrity friends. And the only way you're going to know who's there is by coming by T-Dog's all-new Tasty Soul Food Sports Bar and Grill. Join us for the grand opening on Saturday, May 1st at 2 p.m. 3770 Northeast 3rd Avenue, Pompano Beach. It's a grown and sexy vibe with 80s and 90s R&B music. Call and place your order now at 954-953-8856. A Tasty's experience is what you deserve. Tasty Soul Food Sports Bar and Grill. Home of the lemon pepper and sweet and tangy fried ribs. Due to COVID restrictions, mask must be worn upon entering the building.
Cash money.
Are you looking to advertise your business? Look no further. Pathways to Success is offering 3 30-second slots each Sunday of the month for $100. Please contact 561-331-1524 for all inquiries.
Welcome back to Pathway to Success. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hunter, and I'm having a great time with DJ Ty from CSEMI label, also from Cash Money Records. It's Cash Money Records. I mean, DJ, you're a great celebrity producer, and you shared your upbringing. You shared how you came into the music, how you developed your skills as a DJ, but how do you develop your skills also as a producer? Because you are a producer also.
Well, I just to take off where I left off,
right?
But to speed it up a little bit. Now I'm older in the music business, so I continued to DJ, and there was a time I was home in my yard, and there were 5 young men that were walking up past my house, and the young men looked over and they said, "Hey," I said, "Yeah, what's up?" They say, "We heard you're a DJ. We want to learn how to DJ." So I said, at the time, which is still like that today, you're real skeptical about just letting anybody in your house, but my heart said go. And I said to the young man, "Come on, let's go inside." So I take them inside, and we start playing on the DJ set. And they were very good with talking on the mic. We call it mic checking. So they were mic checking on the set. So I asked one of them, I say, did they have access to a truck? And one of the gentlemen, he said, yeah, I could get my stepdad's truck. I said, okay, let's take the set over to you guys' house. So he went and got the truck, came back. I had him I showed him how to break it down. We broke it down, we took it over to their house, and we put it up. At the end of the night, I had them to break it down, bring it back to the house, and put it up. And I did that for 3 weeks. So on the last week, the last day, I told them to come over and grab the set and let's take it over to the house. And they was very excited about doing it. And I said, let's take the set on over to the house. We took the set over they broke it down at the house. We took it to their house. We set it up. And there was one of the DJs, one of the young DJs, he came to me. He said, will you teach me how to do that, what you do? And I said, what's that? He said, you know, how you make the two songs go together. I said, oh, the mixing. He said, yeah, man, I like the way you have those beats going together. He said, will you teach me how to scratch it in and drop it in like you do? I said, yeah, I got no problem with that. I said, I tell you what, because he was an excellent mic checker. He said, I said to him, I say, pick 10 songs that you like to mic check them. And today you're not going to talk on the mic. I'm going to teach you how to mix those songs. I'm going to teach you how to make those songs go together. I'm going to teach you how to drop those songs in. And we did that. We spent the day doing that. Each one of us taking turns, and they were getting pretty good at it for a short time. So at the end of the night, I told them, I said, well, guys, it's time for me to go to the house. So they started taking the wires and everything. I said, hey, what you guys are doing? They said, well, you know, we always break it down. I say, well, let me tell you guys something. I say, for 3 weeks, we've been DJing on y'all DJ set. I say, I wanted y'all to break it down and put it up, break it down and put it up so you know how to do it. So basically what I was doing, I was teaching them how to DJ, set up their own DJ set, and I gave them a DJ set. Well, the young man that came to me and asked me about teaching him that is one of Hot 105's main DJs, DJ Scope, with Hot 105 now. I taught DJ Scope how to DJ.
That's good, DJ Ty. I want to shout out to DJ Scope right now. I don't know if he's watching this interview.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
wow.
I did call him and said I would be on the show tonight. So he was like, man, let him know, man. Let him know. you know, he's over there with Strong Arm also, and with them awesome guys over there. And like I said, he's with Hot 105. You know, you get him on the mix at 5. He do the Drive at 5 mix with Hot 105. Yeah. Him and Big Lip and Shelby Russian over there, Hot 105. So, you know, I'm very excited to see what he has done with the music. You know, he's taken it to another level. So that was more than enough for me. You know, that hits me here. Yeah. And that's something that I enjoy doing. So when I have a young DJ or anybody, a young rapper or a young singer come to me, and if I can help, this is what I do. Because, you know, my wife and I, that's something we believe in. And that's what we built CSEMI on, helping others. That's what it's mainly about with us. And to say about her, you know, when she and I got together, when I started CSEMI in 2016, we were sitting at the house and I was telling her these stories that I'm telling you now. And she said, you know, you need to do something with that. And I said, you think so? She said, you need to take it to the next level. And what I did is I said, all right, I started CSEMI label, which stands for City Style Express Music Industry. Yeah. Remember, City Style Express Music Industry, it came from my DJ group, City Style Express DJs. So I dropped the DJs on there and added music industry because I felt like everything can happen in the industry. You can bring up everything together. So that's why I put the word industry on the end of it. So that is one of my stories that I love to tell, and Sko love for me to tell it, you know, and other DJs that I'm encountered with as well. There have been others after him, and they're doing their thing now. Matter of fact, there's a young lady by the name of Dicey. I got to give her a shout out. Nicole is her name. She started her own production company where she put up and coming artists on a platform. She actually set up a platform where they could do, she do a showcase. And she took that to the next level. So when I get to run into Skull or run into Dice, my heart just flutters because I'm always excited and happy about the things that they're doing. So that's really more than enough for me.
Well, you have been a great mentor. You have been a great role model. You have teach others the game, and now it's great to know that as the master, or as one of the masters of the game, you're now seeing those who you have taught that has risen up and they're being successful. And
Right,
that's what being inspirational is all about. And that's what also being someone who has a heart, looking out for others and not
right,
being selfish. Tell me a
right.
little more about City Style Express music industry. How many persons are you? What is the label doing right now? How many persons you have signed to your label?
Well, you know what? The label, we haven't signed anybody to the label because what I actually did when I first started the label, I was looking to put artists on the label. So I knew that the label wasn't strong at the time. So what I said I would do is I would create myself as an artist. I would create myself as a celebrity. And that's what I set out to do. So I said that the platforms will be easier to get on. So when it is time to bring somebody to CSEMI, now I have a solid foundation to stand on to bring them into. So that's how I became DJ Ty with Cash Money Records. And the way that happened was I got to give a shout out to my cousin and my pal is DJ Baby Said with Cash Money Records. He's been with them over 22 years, maybe even more. So he's been there a long time. He's done work with Juvie. He's Juvie assistant road manager. So he's been with Cash Money a long time. And he took notice to what I was doing. And he said, it's time. And I'll never forget it. He called me up one day. He'd say, cuz I need you to go somewhere with me. And I said, okay. So I jump in the van with him. We go down. We actually go down to Studio 183. And that was down there with the Strong Arm guys. And we were down there and in comes MC Light.
Yeah.
MC Light walked in. And everybody's in there taking pictures. And then I got up there and took a picture with MC Light. And I said, you know something? I believe this is something major. This is the start of something. And then we started going to down to the Hit Factory Studios down in Miami, where we put a lot of work in down there, the Cash Money team, and we started going down there. And then I started getting in with Juvie. I started getting in with Stunner, with Bird. Started getting in with Slim, started getting in with the actual members of Cash Money. And I was like, yep, this is something big.
That is something big, DJ Thai, because what was your feeling like? Did you feel like a kid finally recognizing that, oh my God, I hit it?
You know what it is? It was that feeling when I told you when I was a kid and I would hear those speakers and they would fascinate me. And I say, you know what? This is that time now. Yeah. And I like to say this, sometimes it rock, people when I say it, but I feel like I'm still on that contract that I signed when I was young. Because, sometimes you would sit and say, how's everything happening so easy for me now? Well, I got an unfinished contract. And God is just placing me in areas and places. He's placing me to be able to use my platform, be able to use my celebrity to help others. Because like I said, this is all about helping others. That's what I scream to the top of my lungs. I'm about helping others in every way that I can.
You have toured. Where are some of the places in the United States of America that you have toured? And have you toured outside of America?
Haven't been outside to any venues yet, but actually I'm not gonna really say so much about it, but there are some surprises that's coming up in 2022 that I'm going to be a part of. There are a few tours that's coming up where I'm going to be a special guest DJ on the soundstage. When that do come, I will definitely contact you and let you know about it. I would definitely do that. But my role now is we are always invited out to events, and how when you want to have a star-studded look, and that's what we do. We go in and we just basically salute everybody, greet everybody, take pictures with everybody, and just hang and mingle and just network with everybody. That's what we do. We sit on the platforms of Showcase. We'll sit at the panel. We'll let up and coming artists know, how they can move with their music, or what we like about it, what we say they can work on. That's what we like to do. So to be able to say, can I take someone through those doors? Yes, I can. Because that is the role and the position that I have been blessed with, where I'm sitting at the table with these guys, and I can present things to them.
Right. What strategies and techniques do you use to keep yourself current, to remain on top today?
The main strategy is God. you always gotta stay prayed up, and to say not really so much of strategies, I just continue to do what I do every day. Mm-hmm. And that's just walk the path that has been placed before me. And like I said, showcases, magazine appearances. I have a couple of those coming up. I actually have a shoe coming out soon.
Oh, that's good. Maybe I can get a pair and you sign your name on it. I'm size 10. DJ Thai, I hope that I'll get my pair right here.
Well, it's actually from my line, Big Tie. My nickname when I used to work out back in the days, right. I still got to look up about it. But my nickname was Big Tie. Yeah. And that was one of my dreams also, to put my own sport line out. But it looked like it went past being a sport line. It became just an everyday wear line, men's suits, men jogging suits, things like that. I mean, these are things that are coming up at a later time, but right now it's about the shoes.
I like that. Are these sneakers or these sneakers?
Actually, these shoes are made in Italy, and they will be leather sneakers.
Ooh.
So they're very nice, leather with an alligator pattern on the side of them. So.
I can't wait to get my pair with your signature on it.
Anytime you can wear a sneaker with a suit, it's amazing to me. You can wear it with a pair of shorts just to hang out. Yeah. You can go to the court, or you could go out dancing in them. So they'll be really nice.
I like that. In closing, what advice can you give to those who aspire to become great, to achieve great success in the music industry?
Well, you know what? The main thing is, and I gotta put religion in it, because for me, this is where it comes from. God has given it to me, and I gotta give him the praise for it. But at the same time, in heart, you gotta keep it here first, and here. It's gotta stay there, because nothing come to a sleeper is but a dream. But you gotta remember, you gotta dream it first for it to become reality.
Yeah.
So, stick with your goals. Mm-hmm. And if your goals is to hustle yourself, you always got to remember that you are the product. You are your own product. And who can sell you better than yourself? So you use that. You take that skill and you present your own product, which is you, to others, to where they want to buy. They want that product. You believe in yourself. You see somebody like me, and I, at shows, when I'm at shows, and I get people waving, or I get somebody, you know, hey, that's DJ Ty, or, you know, I will stop. I will take a picture. I will do that. I have no problems with that. And you take that. If that is something to help elevate you, then I'm looking forward to seeing you out there somewhere. You take that and you use that and you run with that, because that's what I did. I strived to become the person that I am so that I can use my celebrity to help others.
Wow. Well said, DJ Ty, CEO, producer from Cash Money, also the founder of City Style Express Music Industry, LLC, in
Yes.
Fort Lauderdale. Today,
Yes.
you have heard the inspiration from a great young man who have been on the musical scene for years, who have been among the elites. And today he's going to the next level, 2022. And how can people, how can we follow you, DJ Ty? How can your fans follow you? I mean, for those who are watching you for the first time, how can they follow you?
Well, I'm on Instagram. I'm on there. City. Well, it's CSEMI INDUSTRY. That's CSEMI Industries.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook as CSEMI Label, and then I'm also on Facebook as DJ Ty. DJ Ty. And let me turn this camera. You'll see my big. Matter of fact, take this down.
Yeah.
You'll see my logo
I like
on
that.
on my wall behind me. So when you
Beautiful.
see that logo there, you know you got me.
Okay, okay, DJ. I would really like to come out at one of your gigs to hear you play. I definitely will have to. Please let us know at Pathway to Success. And we're
Yeah.
looking forward to have you back again on Pathway to Success. We
I
want to
want
thank
to
you.
thank you all again.
Yeah.
Pathway to Success. You all are amazing. Continue to do what you all are doing. You are helping others. And I'm a big part of that. So you know I will be back.
Thank you so much, DJ Thai. Thank you for inspiring us to the next level and our viewers that are watching out there. Today in Hendon, I want to let you know that you can be an inspiration to others if you focus on the gift and talent that God has placed on the inside of you. Let DJ Thai be an example to you this week that you can achieve all things if you have faith in your gift that God has given to you. Have a great week from Pathway to Success.